Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Halal Times YouTube channel. Today's topic is important not just for Muslims, but for every human being. Why? Let's discuss in detail. According to one internal documents released by Nestlé, more than 60% of their products are unhealthy for human beings. You know what? Many of us have grown up consuming food products from Nestle and other big names in the food industry such as Kellogg and Procter & Gamble. Nestle is the largest halal food manufacturer in the world. However, we were shocked by looking at the following news story, which was published in the Financial Times some time ago. According to this story, what happened is that an internal document shared among top executives of the company said that the majority of the food products produced by Nestle are actually unhealthy for human beings. This must be a wake-up call for Muslims around the world. As we have mentioned time and again, that almost 75% to 85% of halal food is produced by non-Muslims, and Nestle is the largest halal food manufacturer in the world. We, the Muslims, need to rise up to the occasion and actually start producing the food we need instead of blindly consuming the provisions produced by these makers, which are playing with the health of billions of Muslims and billions of people around the world. I'm not saying millions, but billions, because Nestle and other big names like this are such big players that they are directly or indirectly reaching out to almost every single human being these days. So Nestle said a few days ago that it was working on updating its nutrition and health strategy after the Financial Times reported an internal document as the food giant described a large portion of its food and drinks as unhealthy. The Financial Times also mentioned that it had seen an internal presentation circulated among top executives in 2021, stating that more than 60% of Nestle's mainstream food and drinks portfolio could not be considered healthy under a recognized definition of health. The paper said that this document applied to about half of Nestle's overall portfolio, because categories like medical nutrition, pet food, coffee, and infant formulas were excluded from the analysis. These categories would significantly, it's possible that if they had included these categories in the final analysis as well, they would have significantly reduced the proportion of products potentially considered unhealthy. So given the group's confectionery, ice cream, and pizza businesses around the world, the real figure for the group based on 2021 earning estimates would be 28%, which is hardly a surprise. The report could point to changes in the product portfolio, notably an exit from mainstream confectionery business. Nestle said in a statement that it was working on a company-wide project to update its nutrition and health strategy, looking at its entire portfolio to make sure that its products helped meet people's nutritional needs. It said it had reduced sugars and sodium in its products by about 14 to 15% in the past 7 years, and would continue doing so to make its products healthier. According to the latest reports, Nestle is trying to take out as many unhealthy elements from their food products as possible. However, it does not always work well. There are some products that will never be unhealthy, no matter how hard the company tries. So there's a lesson for Muslims. Nestle, being the largest halal food manufacturer in the world, poses a serious challenge to Muslims and non-Muslims alike. It's unhealthy, but popular foods are not just bad for consumers. They may also be addictive, triggering our brains to overeat. Once we overconsume any products, of course, we know what's going to happen with our health, what's going to happen with our brains. So we got to be careful. We got to really understand what the need of the market is, what the Muslims need to do. So let's get ready for shaking up the halal food industry globally and start producing content, start producing halal food, which are, of course, halal, tayyib, and healthy, not just for Muslims, but for the people all over the world. Thank you so much. And inshallah, very soon, we're going to present another episode from the Halal Times YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.